عن التأخير وعليه سوف نبدأ الآن. أولا أحب أن أقدم لكم نبذة بسيطة عن الأستاذ علي خليفة عسكوري. فهو من مواليد قرية كبنة منطقة المناصير، وهو حاصل على بكالوريوس الشرف في علوم التنمية الاقتصادية جامعة الجزيرة الدفعة الأولى، وتحصل أيضا على ماجستير في علوم التنمية، عمل بوزارة المالية، وهو المنسق للحملة الدولية للمتأثرين بخزان الحماداب. حاليا يعمل مستشار في دراسات النزاعات المرتبطة بالموارد في أفريقيا. متزوج وله 4 أطفال. اليوم سوف يتم التقديم للكتاب الذي كتبه عن خزان الحماداب، نموذج الإسلام السياسي لإبقاء ونهب الموارد. والآن فليتفضل الأستاذ علي خليفة عسكوري للتكلم أو ليحدثنا عن كتابه. أهلا وسهلا بك يا أستاذ.
سوري يا جماعة، لأنه عندنا ضيوف هنضطر نتكلم بالإنجليزي سيني. افتكر الناس كلها يعني ما عندها مشكلة في اللغة كده. Sorry. Right. Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you all here this evening. First of all, I want to apologize for the delay, because we were expecting the book to arrive with the publisher, Sudan City Foundation, Dr. Sahar Bandar. He's not here up to now. We really don't know what happened. I hope he's all right. We expect him anytime anyway. But until that happens, we really don't know when he will arrive, whether before we finish or not. Let me, at the beginning, welcome or make a special welcome first to my supervisor, Dr. Gayan. And I'm sure some of you know Dr. Gayan Kibrian. He's a professor at South Bank University. And he wrote a lot about, he's here, Dr. Gayan. He's here. Thank you very much for coming. He wrote many books about Sudan. I'm sure some of you have read them. I also like to welcome my friend and colleague, Nicholas Hilliard. And he's here, Nick. Nick has been, since the start of the campaign in 2003, he has been a leading member of that campaign, and he went to Sudan and to visit also, he visited the Al-Mutawa project in northern Sudan. He went twice or 3 times. Yeah. He also went and met Sheikh Mohammed in Kelabas. For you who are followers of Muhammad, because I'm a disciple of Sheikh Mohammed in Kelabas. So he took a lot of time around in Sudan, and he made a lot of support to our campaign. And those of you who would have the chance to read the book will know more about Nicholas and his campaign against them, not only Sudan but around the world. I also like to welcome Dr. Henriette. She came from Norway to attend. Henriette, can you raise your hand, please? Yeah, and her husband. Her children are here this evening to attend this launch. Henriette has been in the affected area in an island which is now flooded, called Dirbi. She speaks some Arabic. from the local area, Arabic with Arabic Marasis and Aibuli. She also lived in Sudan for some time. She has a lot of experience in archaeology in Sudan. And she wrote about the archaeology of the area, of the affected area. I'm sure she will speak later on during this launch. Tonight I'm not going to talk about the book per se, but I'm going to speak about why I wrote this book. And because I think it's important, people know it would have been better if the book is here and people have a look, of course. But now I have to do my presentation without the book, so make it a little bit difficult for people to imagine what I have written. The book is roughly around 700 pages, roughly, maybe a little less or a little more. But I'm not going to speak, as I said, about it. I'm going to speak about why did I write a book, or what are the objectives of the book. I have been campaigning for the right of the affected community for the last 10 years. We started this campaign, as you know, back in 2003 when the government started the implementation of the project. And this campaign was, in fact, the first time ever I campaigned on anything. To be frank, of course, I talk like other Sudanese about the injustice, etc. But this, for me, it was the first specific cause that concerned my community, my local community, not the Sudanese community, maybe at large, but the local community. So it was quite an interesting experience to have your own cause, and it was also quite interesting to have the experience to face for the first time the authority or Sudanese state, all the aspects of the state, whether the police, the security, the media, the politician, the people who are campaigning on other issues, etc. It was really very interesting to me, and I think I learned a lot from this experience. In 2003, the government, they declared that they're going to go ahead with the dam project. And at the time I was here in London, I know they were told, people who will read the book will know all this background, but in 2003, the government said, yeah, they got money, they're going to go ahead with the dam project. And then as an affected person, the question that come to me, what should I do? And the other questions that come to one's mind. So what is my position regarding this project? And what should I tell to the community? And what will happen to the community itself? And there are a lot of questions. I really hope that no one would be in the same or similar position. But it's really hard question when you suddenly faced with serious question that for which you have no answers. And at that time, I really didn't have an answer at all for any of those projects, what I should do, or what is it, or what I should tell to the community. I have no answer for myself or for the rest of the community. And there are issues that concern the very existence of the community. Because when you are talking about dam and flooding, and that means you are talking about the very existence of the community. So a lot of questions came to my mind. And I remember one question that really upset me and for which I couldn't find an answer. I was asking myself, is it the end of our community? Where should we go? What type of next life, or life after the flood, or life after this, if you like? So that question kept coming to my mind all the time. I just couldn't, it was a nightmare, I just couldn't comprehend or understand or believe this is the end of our community, our culture, our tradition, our society, our neighborhood, our environment, and all that. So I really went through a nightmare. It was really terrible to just to think that when this dam is being built, this is the end of your community. It is no longer going to be there. So it was a real nightmare. So at the time, I had no prior experience about that. I know dams, I heard about them, they generate electricity, etc., some irrigation, stuff like that. But I didn't have any specific experience with the impact of dam or what will happen to the community. And I recall the experience of the Hafariyin, of the Nubians. And I wrote about that also in the book. And in Sudan, as you know, people, when they talk about the Nubian, you get people either make jokes about the Nubian, and then they, regrettably, they show very little sympathy with the cause of the Nubian. And I discuss that a lot in the book, in terms of national feeling towards the affected communities. And so I didn't have any experience about them, their impact, what happened to the communities, and displacement, resettlement, and all aspects of the communities or of the problems that are associated with displacement. So I started asking myself, what should I do? And then I decided to empower myself with knowledge, because I have no answer to those questions. And those are really, really serious questions. And at that time there was no WhatsApp or Facebook or email was, even in Sudan, was very limited, the use of email, etc. So I started receiving phone calls from community members. And people asking, your family member or your relatives or your friends, what do you think about it? What should we do? How we should react to the government? A lot of questions. And then people would not believe that you don't have the answer for the questions. People think that you are a university graduate, you have postgraduate degree, you live in London, and you should have an answer for the questions. And in reality, I didn't, or I haven't got any answer for the question. So I decided, for my own benefit and for the community benefit, I decided to go, like anyone in a similar situation, I decided to go and look for knowledge about what is it, what are the dams, what they do, what their impact, and etc. And I started reading about dam, buying books, etc. And at that time, I also looked for contact with NGOs working in the field. And I'm really happy, and I think I'm honored to know Nick. Nick is an initiator, in fact, of the international campaign against DAB. He has been working on this for the last 30 years or more. Is that right, Nick? And so I was really very lucky to